The neon lights of the Starforge bar flickered and buzzed like a heartbeat across the empty alleyway. Outside, the rain slanted down in fine sheets, slicking the uneven pavement, and glinting in the multicolored glow of Galactic advertisements. A lone figure sat slumped against the wall, a small, tattered backpack at his side. His fingers clutched the straps, as if holding on to a lifeline. His name was Eli, a 12-year-old human boy born deaf in a universe where most species communicated with intricate sounds and vibrations. But today, Eli could not speak. Not in words, not in shame, not even in anger. His chest heaved with silent sobs, and tears streamed freely down his cheeks, catching the neon light in tiny prisms of sorrow a few meters away. Hovering just outside the bar's entrance, a trio of alien bullies were filming him. Their species, the Krelans, were notorious for their cruelty. Each had multiple eyes, glimmering with amusement, their limbs contorting in exaggerated laughter as Eli trembled in the rain. One of them, a tall, sinewy Krelon named Vark, shouted something in rapid clicks and squeals that Eli could not understand. The group laughed cruelly and continued to film, delighting in his vulnerability. For them, this was entertainment, the sad spectacle of a human boy, defenseless and unable to respond. Eli pressed his palms over his ears, even though he could not hear their jeers, trying to block out the world, trying to disappear. Then something shifted, a low, resonant hum filled the Aliyah sound, not of the Krelon's laughter, but of engines. One by one, sleek battle-worn starships descended from the night sky. The air shimmered with the heat of their thrusters, and the Krelans froze. From the shadows emerged 40 figures, veterans of countless galactic conflicts. Each was a living legend, a survivor of battles that spanned systems and decades. Humans, yes, but more than that. Humans who had seen the worst the universe could offer and had survived. Eli's tear-streaked face lifted in awe. He didn't understand why, but he felt an overwhelming sense of safety as these figures approached. They didn't speak loudly, they didn't have to. Their presence alone carried the weight of authority, of experience, of unshakable courage. "Back off," said a deep, calm voice. The speaker, a woman with a prosthetic arm that glinted under the neon, stepped forward. Commander Rhea Torin, veteran of the Vega Wars, looked down at the Krelans with a gaze sharper than any blade. "You are far from your home, and you are trespassing on human dignity." The Krelans hissed, their clicks accelerating in panic. Vark raised a clawed hand, perhaps to threaten. One veteran stepped forward, a man with a cybernetic eye that pulsed reddened in a single motion. He disarmed Vark, sending his weapons spinning into the gutter. "Is this your idea of fun?" Commander Torin's voice was calm, but every word carried the weight of battlefields and lost comrades. "Because, if it is, it ends now." Eli's heart thumped in his chest. The veterans knelt around him, creating a circle of protection. One of them, an older human with a scar running across his face, crouched down and tapped gently on Eli's shoulder. Then, using sign language, he signed, "You're safe now." Eli's lips trembled as he formed the word he had been holding inside, "Thank you." He had not spoken to anyone in weeks, not since the Krelans had tormented him before. But somehow, he found the courage in this moment to express his gratitude. Vark snarled and lunged forward, but the veterans were a single, moving unit. They moved with precision, born of decades of coordinated combat. One disarmed him again, another grabbed his partner, and within moments, all three bullies were restrained. The holographic recording device in Vark's claw was smashed underfoot. its data irretrievably destroyed. Good, Commander Torrens said, her eyes scanning the alley for any remaining threats. Satisfied there were none, she turned back to Eli. You should never have to face this alone. Eli nodded, his chest rising and falling as the veterans formed a protective formation around him. Despite his small size, he felt enormous courage surging through him. For the first time, he realized humans were capable of incredible strength, not just in battle, but in protecting what mattered, each other. The veterans escorted Eli away from the alley, guiding him toward one of the stairs. On board, the hum of engines and soft mechanical beeps created a comforting rhythm. The captain of the ship, a tall man with a calm demeanor, handed Eli a warm blanket and a cup of synthesized cocoa. You're a brave one, he said. Not because you're not afraid, but because you're still here, still standing. Eli clutched the blanket, feeling a warmth that had nothing to do with the drink. He thought of the Krelons and the way they had laughed, and he realized something important. Fear was natural, but courage was choosing to face fear anyway. And today, humans had shown him what true courage looked like, as the ship lifted off, leaving the alley and its cruel memories behind. Eli looked out at the galaxy. Stars streaked past like fireflies in motion. Somewhere among the distant planets and moons, the Krelons would learn that humans were not weak, not small, and not easily broken. The veterans stayed with Eli, ensuring his safe return to the human Galactic Council, where his story would soon become known. But more than any recognition or honor, Eli carried a deeper understanding in the vast expanse of the galaxy. Even a single human, even a small, deaf boy, was never truly alone, because when the universe threatened to crush him, 40 veterans, battle-hardened and unyielding, had shown up. And that was a truth that no cruelty could ever erase. From that day on, Eli walked taller, spoke louder with his signs, and faced the galaxy with an unshakable spirit. Whenever he thought of fear, he remembered the alley, the rain, and the veterans who had arrived not as superheroes, but as humans who refused to let one of their own be broken in a universe filled with countless worlds and countless beings. Humanity had proven once again, no matter how small, how young, how seemingly powerless, we could rise. And sometimes, the courage of one boy could remind the galaxy of the strength of all humans. Asterisk.